Hi there and welcome. The last session on emptiness. This is just a little bit extra. I wanted to add something more to think about, something that might help us understand the Heart Sutra a little bit more. First, sit up straight with good posture. Close your eyes. Have a deep sigh. Now, straight away, let's do some square breathing. We've been using this tool, this practice, as an ideal way to open the mind. Square breathing, all through the nose. In, hold full. Out, hold empty. Counting for each of the four sides an equal count, like a square. Let's do a few minutes of this. Let's open up the breathing in a relaxed way. Last round. Take your time. when you finish, relax, have a deep sigh. And sit with the feeling afterwards, the space that opens up. What we're doing here is practicing meditating upon a particular type of feeling. This will become more important the more that you understand what it means to meditate upon emptiness, the feeling of emptiness. Okay, open your eyes. So, what I found when I was reading the Heart Sutra, I had 5 different translations, and I noticed that there were 2 key areas that were translated in very different ways. There's a part early on where Avalokiteshvara sees the nature of emptiness in what are called the 5 aggregates. So I've taken notes of the 5 different interpretations of how the idea of emptiness is opened up in this important Heart Sutra. Now the translations are from many different eras, 7th century, 19th century, 20th century, 21st century. Okay, so I'm going to read them to you. This first one is based upon a 7th century Chinese version. Avalokiteshvara, realizing wisdom beyond wisdom, sees that all 5 streams of body, heart and mind are without boundary. Form is not separate from boundlessness. Feelings, perceptions, inclinations and discernment are also like this. That's the first one. Now, second one, a 20th century Zen version. Avalokiteshvara clearly sees that all 5 aggregates are empty. See, that's very different language. The last one was realizing wisdom beyond wisdom, sees that all 5 streams of body, heart and mind are without boundary. This is Avalokiteshvara clearly sees that all 5 aggregates are empty. Form is emptiness. Sensations, perceptions, formations, and consciousness are all like this. So both of these translations use the word form. The first one then used feelings, perceptions, inclinations, and discernment. The second one had sensations, perceptions, formations, and consciousness. So we're looking to see these different words, and they tell us slightly different things, and it's for us to piece together what these ideas are really meaning. We have to work it out for ourselves using our own mind and the way that our mind feels concepts, ideas. Here's the third one, an 1884 translation from Max Muller. Avalokiteshvara thought thus: there are the 5 phenomena, and these he considered by their nature empty. Form is emptiness. The same applies to perception, name, conception, and knowledge. Quite different again. The fourth one, 1953, from D.T. Suzuki. Avalokiteshvara perceived there are the five phenomena. These he saw in their self-nature to be empty. Form is here emptiness. The same can be said of sensation, thought, convection, and consciousness. And there's one more, quite a different one, this one, 1958 by Edward Conze. Avalokita looked down from on high. He beheld but five heaps and saw that in their own being they were empty. Form is emptiness. The same is true of feelings, perceptions, impulses, and consciousness. Close your eyes. Get a sense of how your mind is feeling right now. We're absorbing these ideas, processing them. So much of this is working on the unconscious mind as much as the conscious mind. This is where we need to trust our instincts. Keep coming back to these teachings. Keep studying them, trying to realize what they are explaining. Okay, have a deep sigh. Open your eyes. So you really got to concentrate here on noticing the subtle differences, the different words, all of which are trying to explain how emptiness works, or looks, or is. Now, later in these texts, having clarified that in emptiness there are no constructed ideas, labels, or forms, having understood this, then we get a wrapping up of the whole piece. And again, I noticed that there were 5 quite different variations. So I'll read them each to you now and really try to listen to the different wordings. Okay, the first one, 7th century. Those who abide in the realization of wisdom beyond wisdom live with an unhindered mind. Without hindrance, the mind has no fear. Free from confusion, those who lead all to liberation embody complete serenity. Second one, Zen version. With nothing to attain, a bodhisattva relies on prajna paramita, or wisdom beyond wisdom, and thus the mind is no hindrance. So it's quite similar. Without hindrance, there is no fear, same as the last one. But here it's different. Far beyond all inverted views, one realizes nirvana. The third one, Mueller, 1884. This one I find very interesting. The person who has approached the prajna paramita of the bodhisattva dwells enveloped in consciousness. But when the envelopment of consciousness has been annihilated, then they become free of all fear, beyond the reach of change, enjoying final nirvana. fourth one from Suzuki. In the mind of the Bodhisattva who dwells depending on the Prajnaparamita, there are no obstacles. And because there are no obstacles in his mind, he has no fear. And going beyond all perverted views, reaches final nirvana. And now for the last one, which again is quite different. Edward Concept. A bodhisattva, having relied on the perfection of wisdom, dwells without thought coverings. In the absence of thought coverings, he has not been made to tremble. He has overcome what can upset, and in the end attains to nirvana. Close your eyes. Get a feeling for all that. Can you feel your mind opening? Have a deep sigh. Okay, open your eyes. So, as we come to the end of this 10-part series on emptiness, please understand that it's something that needs a lot of work. Perhaps this session in particular will be more use for you further down the track. I really encourage you to go deeply into this subject area, the nature of emptiness. Why? Because if you want to be free, if you don't want to suffer, well, this is the fast track. I hope this session has been helpful to some degree, and that perhaps it sparked an interest. May that flame grow larger and stronger. Thank you very much. Take care.